Hey guys, so I have here this really VCR. It's a Philips Magnavox with a model number VRZ262AT22. And this VCR is utter shit. It has a Funai Camgear mechanism, or better known, well, as I like to call it, the Funai Jam Gear. This mechanism is utter shit. And recently, this one has been having some picture problems. So, if that were the case, normally I would either keep the VCR anyway if it was a rare mechanism, or recycle it if it was a common mechanism. But I'm not going to do either of those with this mechanism. Instead, I've decided we're gonna put this VCR through a bunch of torture tests and just have some fun with it. So, let's get going. Okay, so for the first test, I've got here a utility knife, two different bits of sandpaper, 60 grit and 80 grit, and a flathead screwdriver. And we're going to go ahead and grind these against the drum while it's spinning. Here's the knife. Hold on, let me actually switch these. Haha. Now let's try the screwdriver. Now let's do the sandpaper. Let's start with the 80 grit, which is coarser. Now, the 60 grit. Okay, enough of that test. Let's check the tape. You can see that's quite a bit of damage. So next, let me think of something else to do. Alright, I can't think of any other things to do, so we're going to move on to overvolting it. I've jumped the fuse with a little tape piece, VHS tape piece that's conductive, so the fuse won't blow, and we're going to see what happens if we apply 240 volts AC to this thing, which is supposed to get 120. So I'll get the camera on the tripod and we'll see. Okay, and I've switched out the batteries in the camera because I don't want this thing to die while I'm recording it. So now, let's go ahead and apply 240 volts to this. Okay, so this capacitor here, we've blown that, and it's really hot. But the VCR still works, so I'm wondering, if I kept it on this voltage, would it explode? Would the capacitor explode? It's a good question. Let's find out. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh yeah! That was exciting! We saw that capacitor blow up and it's still smoking. Okay, so after all of this, we're going to see if this VCR still works. So let's plug it in. And holy shit, it still works. I'm just as blown away as you are. This thing still works after that. I don't know how well. Anyways, let's move on to the grand finale, smashing it with a sledgehammer. Alright, so now we are on to the grand finale, smashing this thing. Here I've got myself a nice big sledgehammer, and we're gonna go ahead and smash it. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. What the f? No signs of life now. Which is unsurprising considering that I overvolted it. Oh wait.